What's up guys? Today I want to do a video on my 10 favorite or maybe just coolest autographs in my collection. So you guys probably already know that I'm kind of into autographs. I don't really know what happened. It's probably around 10 years ago. I got the first one and I was like, this is an amazing thing to have. It's like for us nerds, we love these movies and TV shows so much. Now you just have this toy or this poster in your house just hanging out with you all the time, that an actor that you've been following for maybe years, maybe decades, held in their hand, wrote on, and now it's just with you. Like you have a little piece of that actor, of that character, with you in your house. So I think that's a part of why I really love my autograph collection, why it's special to me. That's why I wanted to make this video. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the autographs that I have in my collection, the 10 coolest, or my 10 favorite, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna start off with, what are we starting off with? My Killer Clowns from Outer Space poster. I want to say this is a 24x36, the monster poster. It's signed by Grant Kramer and Suzanne Snyder. I actually posted a video of me meeting them at Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento. Really cool, both of them. Suzanne Snyder was cooler for me to meet for obvious reasons. She's in 2 of my favorite horrible horror movies, and I love her. Yeah, it's one of my favorite posters because it's so big, and I got them to write kind of a big quote. Like I had like a speech for them to write on this paper. They were cool with it. That's why this poster is so special to me, because it's a really good quality poster. The signatures look good, and yeah, I just really like it. The next one on my list is an 8x10 signed by Tsutomu Kitagawa. He's the guy in the Godzilla suit. Like there's multiple guys who wore the Godzilla suit. This is one of them. I really like this autograph because, dude, Japanese signatures are so epic. Like that's the dude's name right there. It must take Japanese people so long to write things. Anyway, I was really stoked when I got this. I got it for a really good price. I won it at an auction, and there was no way that I wanted to do anything with this poster but hang it up and put it on my wall. Next on the list, Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, which is not actually the final chapter by any means. This one is signed by Corey Feldman. A lot of people call me out on this poster, saying it's not real because Corey Feldman always dedicates his signatures to somebody. But, are you kidding with the fucking planes? Dude, it's like Saturday morning. Why are there so many planes around here? Anyway, people call me out on this because he always dedicates his signatures. But this poster I got for a really good price because it was dedicated to a guy named Mike. Can you see it? Exactly. That's why I got this poster, because I don't ever see Corey Feldman and I wanted his signature. So this is a Mondo Friday the 13th, the final chapter poster. It was signed by Corey Feldman. It said Mike on it. I have an airbrush, and the reason I was so into this one is because it's black. It's really easy to airbrush out a black signature. It didn't take a lot of work, and it is almost unnoticeable. But yeah, I love this one. I hope to get it signed by Ted White very soon, even if I have to send it to somebody to get it signed for me. But I really like this poster. That's why it is on my list. Next on the list, this Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster. It's signed by Gunnar Hansen and the Hitchhiker from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The reason this poster means a lot to me is because when I first started getting into collecting horror autographs in particular, Gunnar Hansen passed away like right around that time. So I was really bummed that I would never get to meet him because he played Leatherface in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I love that movie. I have Leatherface tattooed on my body. So I was really bummed that he passed away. You know, I always wanted to add his signature to my collection, and I finally tracked one down that I could afford, and now it's in my collection. I'll never get rid of it. This one, I went to a convention and Kate Beckinsale was like the main attraction of that convention. I was worried that she was maybe too famous to be cool and talk to, and I actually worked the night before, so I was super tired during that convention. I don't even know how I made it through the day, but I bought this poster at the convention. So we waited in line to meet Kate. When we got there, I didn't really know what to say to her, but my fiance who was with me mentioned that we worked a 12-hour shift in the ER the night before, and that prompted Kate to ask, what's the weirdest thing you've ever pulled out of someone's ass? Now, I'm an ER tech, I'm an EMT. Pulling things out of people's asses is out of my scope of practice. I've seen some weird stuff, but I didn't really know what to tell her. I guess the most dangerous story we could tell her is light bulb, but usually it's toys. Anyway, I don't even remember what she said because I was kind of just shocked by the question. But yeah, she was really cool. I guess I kind of forgot she had an English accent. She was a cool person to meet. I love the autograph. She wrote, "To Greg, love Kate." And my next 2 autographs, of course, are my Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2 11x17 posters. I love Return of the Living Dead. Like, don't get me wrong. There are other zombie directors and zombie movies that I love, but Return of the Living Dead is my #1 zombie movie. It's got the perfect amount of seclusion. It's got these punk rock characters and this crazy punk rock soundtrack, and it's just my kind of zombie movie. I love that the zombies talk. It adds a comedic horror element to the movies. I like that they eat brains, but these posters in particular are super special to me because James Caron's signature is on them. I sent him these 2 posters to his house early last year. You know, he signed them and he sent them back with a little note to me. He ended up dying a couple months later. Like, that one hurt. But I loved him in these 2 movies, and the fact that I got him to sign these posters for me a couple months before he left was really special. They're also both signed by Tom Matthews, who's like the buddy to James Caron in both of these movies, and Return of the Living Dead 2 is also signed by Debbie Snyder, who I talked about earlier. And the next autograph on my list is here, sheer out of ridiculousness. I won this autograph in a raffle, and it is so ridiculous. It makes me laugh every time I look at it. It's an 8x10 Billy Zane. It's just him just looking at me all the time. But yeah, he puts a little peace sign in his signatures too, kind of like Feldman. But I love this thing. It makes me laugh every time I look at it. I have it in front of me. Like, when I'm sitting at my desk, it's in front of me, so I could always see Billy Zane looking at me. Like, it's so random. Like, just Billy Zane, his autograph's just right in front of me all the time. It makes me laugh. So that's why this is one of my favorites. My Khal Drogo. So I don't know if I ever mentioned it before. A big thing in the autograph industry is signed pop figures. I'm not into it. They're a little too cartoony for me. I just don't want 100 pop figures hanging out in my office. And there's too many. So when I started doing my Game of Thrones autographs, I was like, let me find some cool stuff that I can get signed Game of Thrones style. And I found these statues by Dark Horse, and I started with my Hodor. When I got a chance to get a signature from Khal Drogo, I went and bought another one. I sent it to a guy back east that does consignments for me. He got it signed, personalized to me. Jason Momoa actually double signed this thing. Now I have this part of my collection, and I love it because it's Khal Drogo, and he's like, "Hey Greg, here's my signature, Khal Drogo." And last but not least, the reason that my background looks the way it does, my Dawn of the Dead poster. So I came across this expensive poster shortly after George Romero died. Another really amazing person that I never got to meet, and it will haunt me for the rest of my days. But yeah, this poster is signed by George Romero in the middle, Tom Savini's above him. In the pink area, it's Galen Ross and Ken Foree. And then Roger and Flyboy in the black. This poster, I don't even really have to explain it. This poster is just epic. It's signed by George. It's got the main cast members in there. It's a beautiful poster. It's one of my biggest pieces. And it's signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That's why this is one of my favorites. It's got George, it's got Tom Savini. So those are my 10 favorite autographs. I hope you liked the video. And to all my new subscribers, thank you. I hope you're watching and you didn't just come for the giveaways, which will be coming soon, by the way. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I have so much fun making and editing these videos. So make sure you subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I will see you guys next time.